Hi everyone, and welcome to the DVD of the first season of Ctrl+Alt+Delete, the animated series. My name is Tim Buckley. I'm the creator of Ctrl+Alt+Delete. I'm also the writer for all of these episodes. This is obviously our first episode. In a lot of ways, I think it was the most difficult to write, primarily because it was an entirely new format for me. Previously, I've been doing 4-panel format with the comic strip. I was familiar with the timing for that, and I was the only one that needed to know what was going to happen in the strip. So I never really wrote anything out as far as scripts and whatnot. Obviously, when it came time to do the animated series, we had a whole team of people. We had voice actors, we had an animation studio, a producer, a director, and all of them needed to know. They all needed to have that information in order to do their jobs. So even just the simple act of writing out the script was kind of new to a new process for me. But on top of that, the style of the script was different. I was essentially writing scripts in television format, and so I had to learn how to do that. And also, the timing for animation is entirely different. It's a whole different animal. Case in point, this was actually intended to be 2 episodes, and I sat down to write the script for episode 1, and I wrote, and I think I filled up maybe 4 or 5 pages of script, and I handed it over to Ryan Somer, who's the director for this first season, and he looked it over and came back to me and told me there was only about 2 minutes of footage, so I had to take what was originally intended to be the second episode and attach it onto the back end of the script, and then kind of just flesh it all out, and we ended up turning it into just the single episode. But it's a good example of how timing is different. Not just that, but the timing of jokes, the timing of everything was entirely different when you're talking about moving characters and also actual voiced characters as opposed to just read dialogue.
You're right. Hey, do you think the theater would let me hook up a video game system to one of their screens?
I sincerely doubt it.
Then I'll have to devise an elaborate plan to get the Lucas out of the living.
Okay, hon. Have fun.
If you need me, I'll be on the roof learning how to fly. Okay.
In this next scene up here, you'll see Lucas's pocket is on the wrong side of his shirt. That happens a couple times in this episode, and really that's just you can just chalk that up to the fact that it's the first episode and it's brand new for everybody. The animation team we had working on these episodes, I mean, I've been drawing these characters for years and years, but they just started working with them, so little details like that. It's funny to see him kind of slip through in the DVD. This scene right here was originally written as the end of episode 1, and obviously when we came up short, I had to add some stuff on the back of it, and I also put a few scenes. I wrote a few scenes ahead of it that weren't originally in the script. Occasionally, Ryan and I would argue when it came down to editing episodes. We'd argue whether or not to put something in or take something out, or speed something up or whatnot. And this scene, this montage right here, actually was the subject of our first argument. For the part where Ethan steps into the rope trap on the floor, we didn't originally show him stepping into the rope trap. He just kind of sort of swung up onto the ceiling, and I felt it was necessary for the physical gag to add that scene in there to show that. So we ended up after the episode was done, we ended up having to go back and have the animators just draw up that additional few seconds of footage.